Hello and welcome back to Strength and Health for Life, where we ask you, do you believe in myths? Hello! Welcome to day 114 of our wellness journey together. Before we begin, we ask that you smash that like button down below, subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell to receive all alerts, and watch the video all the way through. Also, if you have any topics that you'd like to see in this channel, please leave your suggestions in the comment section below. Oh, and by the way, if life's getting you down and earning a few extra bucks from home will help, take action now and click the first link in the description to learn how. So, we've asked you today, do you believe in myths? I don't know what you mean. Allow me to refresh your memory. We have a series all about health and wellness myths. Many people believe these myths and it hinders both their health, their wellness, and in some cases even their weight loss. And since the only way to form good new habits is to be aware of what the bad old habits were, we'll continue making these videos as we find more myths that people believe. So, for your viewing pleasure today, I think you can guess what we have for you. Is it another list? Why, yes! Yes, it is. Today, we have an additional 5 myths for you to ignore about health and wellness. Many of you are probably wondering what a licensed nutritionist would think about these myths. But I anticipated this question, so you know what I did? I'm not sure what you... I asked mine! So, as always, today's list is approved by a licensed nutritionist who 100% agrees with my assessment. So without further ado, here's a list of 5 more myths for you to ignore. Number 1, eating vegetable chips is just as good as eating vegetables. So if you remember from previous videos, we talk a lot about how processed foods just aren't good for you. Vegetable chips are processed just like any other snack food. Sure, they may be made out of vegetables, which makes them generally more healthy than potato chips. But most of the time, you'll find that they also contain trans fats and saturated fats just like any other chip. And many times they still include the same food additive. However, in addition to this, you notice how most vegetable chips are also brightly colored. Now, this may be so that you can identify which vegetable goes into which chip. However, a lot of the food colorings that they use to make the colors brighter are actually on the list of harmful food additives. I did an entire series based on food additives that are harmful to the human body. So if you're interested in learning more about food additives that can cause harm to you, I recommend clicking this ribbon right here to see that series for yourself. I think you'll find it enlightening. Number 2, any diet fad is healthy. No! The definition of fad is something that is widely accepted with enthusiasm for very short periods of time. And there are many reasons why so many diets are just fads rather than lasting diets people will always use. And that's because most of them are just plain unsustainable and unhealthy. You can pick any of the most popular ones and you'll find that they actually do more harm to your body than good. And they're only meant to be used for a short period of time anyway, which leads to yo-yo dieting. Mainly because you haven't taught yourself any good habits that will allow you to maintain your weight loss. And many of them, such as the keto and carnivore diets, may help you lose weight quickly, but they're only meant to be used for a short period of time. And most of the time, they set you up for even more weight regain, which means when you regain the weight, you could end up being even heavier than when you started. In fact, they are the very definition of yo-yo dieting, which has negative effects on your health in general. So as we continue to say in this channel, just avoid any extreme diets and have a healthy, balanced diet composed of fresh foods that you prepare for yourself. This also allows you to have the right portion sizes. I did an entire video about proportion sizes and what they are. If you're interested in learning what an actual portion size is, click the banner right about here to find out for yourself. But that's like an extra... Do it! But I don't know if I said do it! But do it now! Number 3, you should remove sugar completely. What a load of crap. See, it isn't that you should cut out sugars altogether, but you should cut out processed sugars. The natural sugars that you find in fruits and in some vegetables is perfectly fine. Those are simple sugars that your body can readily digest easily and utilize for your entire body's needs. But processed sugars have a completely different effect on the body. They tend to be harder for your body to break down, so they remain in your system a little longer. Because they remain in your system longer, your body uses up more insulin and can thereby develop insulin resistance. In addition to that, if you're sticking to proper portion sizes and eating the proper amount of food per day, you won't overdo it on the fruits anyway, but only if your diet is properly balanced. So at the end of the day, just try to avoid processed sugars, especially in things that are super high in sugar such as sodas. Number 4, when you stop training, the muscles turn into fat. Oh no. See, when you stop working out, your muscles do shrink because you're not using them. It's absolutely true that if you don't use it, you lose it. But that's not going to turn them into fat. See, what's happening is that due to your inactivity, you're also gaining body fat. So it can give the appearance that your muscles are turning into fat when the reality is your muscles are just atrophying and you're gaining body fat because of your inactivity. This is why we're supposed to be working out every day the rest of our lives anyway. You want to make it a habit and continue doing it always. Not only will it extend your life, but you won't have to worry about it looking like your muscles are turning into fat. I personally would rather be that 60-year-old guy who still bench presses more than the 20-year-olds at the gym. Ooh, can you imagine how embarrassing that would be? Number 5, you should keep someone who gets a concussion awake. The reality to this myth is the exact opposite. Sleeping is an important part of recovery from a concussion. It is true that for the first 4 to 6 hours following a concussion, you want to keep an eye on them. During that 4 to 6 hours, you just want to make sure that there's no change in their mental state, deterioration of their mental state, or any kind of worsening of any of their symptoms. This is just to ensure that they don't have any hemorrhaging inside of the brain. But after that initial 4 to 6 hour time period, if they don't display any concerning signs, it's recommended that you let them sleep to aid in recovery. This will allow their brain to heal just like any other part of their body. Because sleep actually helps lower the inflammation around your body, especially in the brain. Because when you sleep, your brain actually shrinks a little bit. This is because it's trying to make room for new memories the next day. So if someone you know gets a concussion and they don't show any concerning signs for the first 4 to 6 hours, just let them sleep. However, those first 4 to 6 hours should be spent in a hospital where they'll monitor them properly anyway. Now you can spend time avoiding these myths all day long, but that's just not enough because there's one key to all success that you need to know. The big key to success is having someone to talk to that can help keep you motivated and accountable, or to be there for you emotionally when you go through hard times, because hard times are going to come. So if you're looking for a weight loss community to help keep you motivated and accountable, or maybe you just need someone to be there for you along your weight loss journey, then follow us on Facebook and join our Facebook group. Those links are at the bottom of the description. With all that said, stay safe, stay healthy, stay hydrated, and I'll see you in the next video.